Cool. Pause this for a second.
Where is it?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, it's recording. It's recording. I kept on. There's a stop button next to the pause, so I was almost stopping it instead of pausing. But that's all right. That's all right. But that's good up there. Very, very good.
Cool. Am I still on camera?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, on that part, there's just one little thing there. I'm not sure how you did that part, but it's here. So you're here. This part here.
Mm-hmm.
After you do this, you go 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2 here, right?
Yeah, and 2 takes your corner just because your body took you to the corner. Yes. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one is that you do that one actually pretty good. I didn't learn to do that for a while. That almost like a jump, because actually, well, you're doing it in slow motion, but it's kind of like doing a jump as you go. But just do it slow and be very aware of the hip, knee, and ankles all lined up. You never want that to like, like not line up. You always want that line. And then that they pivot nice and easy, especially if you're on a rug. Be careful. I'm on a rug right now too. But if you're on a rug on socks, it's a little easier because then you slide. But still, you gotta be careful. Still gotta be careful though. You don't want to. You never want the knee to not match where the ankles and hips go.
Right. Oh my
the
God.
ankles and hips can get real flexible and you get a lot of room, especially with Tai Chi. But the knees, they have a little rotation, but they should be lined up with the ankles and hips. Anyway,
cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, like I just try to do the way I do it personally.
And you're on the second one now?
So sure.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
That's the right move, but just keep it it just came out low here. It's here like here and like neck level. It's your like neck level.
Also, like I personally
even a hair lower than the neck, but not much.
Okay, so here to here.
Oh no, I meant on this part. This hand.
Oh. Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the first time, but yeah, you did that time. Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
That's it. Just remember that. Keep in mind this happens. So you're here, and when you go here, when the foot comes out, like your foot and hand do the same time. And like here, let me see the yeah, it's close enough. So see the other. Well, you're doing all that. Never mind. The only part I'm talking about is this, because you got the whole thing. It's just So that still wasn't low. This. You go here, and right when this does this, the foot does the same thing. Go like that. So it's not like you have to move wrong. It's just a timing thing there. You go here, here. Well, a little detail.
Okay.
No, just keep going, keep going.
Okay.
It's the same as before. Yeah. Oh, there. So that part's like this. That part's like this.
Oh, wait. Which part were you talking about?
Oh, I was just talking about this. About the foot and hand going at the same time. That's the only thing. And then yeah, go ahead and continue. Go ahead and continue with all these.
Which move? I think I'm lost.
Oh, after you've done this the first time.
Oh, okay.
You go here, right? And you go, your feet switch, and you go here. All I meant was when the hand does this, that's when the foot comes out and does the same thing. It's like on its its heel, right? It's not putting it down, it's on its heel.
It's on its heel.
It does that right here. Yeah. Right, because the foot goes here, you bring it twists, and then just by turning your waist, it pulls the foot out. So you don't really have to. You don't have to like go to balance it or nothing, because you're here. You've done this, which is just just drop here. You've done this, and then you just like your body's already twisted this way, so the foot just goes out by itself. And as you do that, the hands are. That's all. This is a subtle little thing, really. A subtle little move. I remember last week I was talking about how earlier in the form, actually I was trying not to digress too much trying to go forward in the form, but how earlier in the form, when you first done these, and you go here, and the hands are this way, there's actually a move where you do this, but it's real subtle. You just go, same thing. Nothing else really changes. You just settle this, and then you go. But then it doesn't really, it doesn't matter that you learn that as much. That's why I didn't show it, because you do the same thing just by doing this. Just by going, by doing this, by going under, it creates that anyway, that same kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what it does. It goes here, so here. Whereas here, it's kind of the same idea. You're here, you go here, here, and it's the same idea. And then you do this, turning into this, right? Because it's, remember I was talking about how the move is similar, just this hand? With earlier in the form with this move, you go to here, center, from the front, it looks like this. Here, right? So it's like 45 degrees in my center. Only it goes, the move goes like, and pops up like this, because the foot goes out. It's a little bit, that's when the move changes, right here. It turns into this. Well, here later, same thing, we're doing this, and this is all the same up to here, about 45 degrees. But instead of popping up like that and the foot coming out, because the foot comes out, that's what creates this, right? Anyways, instead, you just keep going like this. It's a different move. You go here, instead of popping up like this, here, it just goes. Because what you're trying to do is just run like a giant screwdriver into the ground with your foot. And see, this is just kind of like that's what I meant to say last week and I forgot. Like if you have a wrench and you're trying to turn it right and you can't, what happens if it's just too strong, right? You have a wrench, it's on the bolt, and you can't turn it, what do?
Kick it.
Or you get
use a longer
cheater bar.
wrench?
cheater bar.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So you get this leverage isn't working, right? So it's like, so you get a cheater bar. Now you're over here, and you can apply, you can apply weight. It's way easier to get force and everything. You got way better leverage. So anyway, that's all you're doing here. The leg is really what you're trying to, where all the energy is. This is just like a cheater bar on the outside, trying to just help you, use your whole body to help you grind into the ground more. Anyway, so that's kind of one of the main things about it, but
okay.
For now, we'll go back to the moves, though. But you're doing that the whole form. You're twisting into the ground, twisting into the ground. And then when that does, it twists up so it can you can unwind with it, or you can just change it, unwind in the other direction. But you're always winding the legs up, so you can always you explode it, and you might be able to want to be wound up. Anyways, that's getting into theory. Sorry. So let's continue the moves. So, but you see what I was saying there, though, right?
I think so. But yeah.
Here, and then it just goes around. So, is this move?
Here.
And see, as this twists into the ground, it gets this side of the body all out the way, and makes this kind of go effortless. All right, and then it goes here. I'm gonna put this up a little bit higher so the camera's not looking up at me. So it makes a little more sense, because otherwise it looks like I'm always doing the hands higher than they really are. The reason I stopped this because it's crooked somehow. I think that'll work. Let's see. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we're at the second one, right?
Sure.
So the second one, it's going to go, this is going to be the same, except for the difference is, now, let me do it once first before yeah, you do that right away. Okay, so, you know how we're doing this thing? In fact, we went over this last week, and you remembered it without, it looked like really easily, you have kind of built in, is this. Beginning of the set when you do this, right? So you're doing that all the time throughout the set to like where you're mixing moves together. Well, it's just one of the main moves, so it's kind of like a connecting move, right? Figure eight. Anyways, you're doing that between this move. So you're here. Earlier in the form, you just do it like after you do this first time. You go here, same move, except for here it drops a little, right? All right, so anyways, you do all this. Now, so we're here the second time. You do this, but it's we gotta show the footwork. This time you're gonna carry your hands. Your feet are gonna come with the moves, and you do this type of thing. Instead of just doing this, it's gonna be this, watch. So you're here, you're gonna go here. So you're gonna end up in a Wing Chun stance. Boom, boom. Right. This. Boom, boom. Right. So I do Wing Chun. Lean back a little bit, right? Anyways, so you're here. You go here, same move at first. The foot comes with you. The only difference is the hand goes over like this. Say there's a punch, right? It goes right. So anyways, you go here, over. Now, here, then the hands do this. Right, so anyways, so you're here. Back foot comes up, the right foot. Now from here, be careful if you're on a rug. Actually, if you're on a rug, just do this. Just do this. Well, first of all, the way you will do it is, I'll do it not on the rug. It's real easy on a wood floor and safe. It's a super slight, you know, but you don't get any traction. Huh? You know, so you're here, you go. Now, you're all wound up, right? Waist is wound up, right? So you go, you're wound up, and then you go. So the foot unwinds, and you do this. You're wound up here, and you go. Then the hands are gonna go. This one's gonna, well, you saw all that, right? You saw how the foot goes, so it's like, back foot, front. Let me do it slower, sorry. Back foot, front foot. Now I'm wound up, I'm gonna unwind. Like we're holding the wall. And someone's in a stance and you're stepping on their leg. Or it can be like someone's kicking or something, you're just checking their kick or something. So here, unwind. Sorry, I don't have my glasses. Let me see you. And by the way, if you're on a rug, you can always just do this. Okay, this is the same. This is the same. But instead of exploding and doing this, you know, having your foot, you have to. If you're on a rug, you just do this. You're gonna get on the rug. You just turn your foot. Then you don't do it all like the slide, right? You just turn your foot and go. So same thing. The only difference is get your foot out the way so you don't screw up your knee. Bam. Then the next move is, and the hands are so here. Now this one's gonna go as you turn. Let's say I'm this way. As I turn, this one's gonna go. All right. And this one's gonna go. It's here. So. Yeah, shoulders relax. So you go. Like, this is all loose, but then you have power here in the forearm, and here it like settles, you know. So you can use that for covering a punch. Someone's coming in, you can cover the punch. Oh, that's what they call that, wrapping. Well, that's not exactly what they call that move. They have another move they call it, but that's kind of what the idea they're talking about is like, it's like you're wrapping. Kind of like when they, you know, with this one, which is kind of their main, one of their signature moves is lazily tucking the rope, right? Same idea. It's like you're wrapping. It's wrapping something. But yeah, with these moves especially, like you're wrapping it over this way, wrapping, you know, loose, and then, right, so you're winding up when you do it. Anyway, so the moves, it's like they stretch. You got rubber bands here, it stretches, because then it's not locked, because this never locks, right? The power is just in the torso and lower back, and even the back a little bit, like you would in boxing. A little bit, it's a little similar, but the power comes out to the forearms here, but it kind of bypasses this part. It never locks, it's loose, right? There's power in the shoulder socket, but it's the bottom part of the shoulder socket, you know, as opposed to the top. Anyways, keep this real loose. They stretch, and you're gonna do this. Boom, boom, boom. Here, stretch, and it comes back. So the hands go stretch. They're like rubber bands. Then they come back. When they come back, this hand does this. So it's like it goes into a hole. Like that same thing with a black hole. Like draws in. So it goes here. This one just does this. Just the same as when you're doing these ones. So it goes. So it's this. As opposed to this, it's like this. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, sorry. Or just do the first part first. Just go here. Need a bigger living room. Here. Sorry, balance. Your weight's still here, and remember you're just kind of going, but your weight's on this leg, and of course this hip is just dropping like when you know, if you're walking, or you kind of dips lower on this side. So it's really the hip coming down. The foot lands. Yeah, just do it softly. I'll show you all the other part. I'll show you the other part in person though. The real like how to actually do the foot and all that. It's pretty hard to describe on Zoom. Anyways, so you go. So I would just say for now, just keep your foot more or less flat. The heel comes down just a little bit sooner than the rest of the foot, but it's real light. You're not stomping like this. What you're doing is it's from here. So you can actually do it just softly at first. Anyways, the concept here is this. He goes, wow, okay. Go, stretches, it goes, boom. So it's kind of like the idea is on this part, it's like a teacher described it like there's a house with a ceiling on it, right? And you drop a huge weight on it. So it goes, boom, and then goes through, right? So there's a pause. It hits the roof, boom, and then goes through. It doesn't just go, right? So anyways, that's the idea here. You go, drop the hip, and then of course the weight shifts, and on the second one, so it goes, and this foot's out like this again.
Okay.
So yeah, and make sure this is not that it wasn't, but just be aware of. I wasn't sure if it was. Make sure it's lined up. You don't want it you want to line up with the foot. You don't want it here. Be real careful. And then just drop from the hip. Like this. Oh, you know what probably will help is this part. It's kind of hard to describe. It's like let me do this from different angles, and I think it'll probably make more sense. Just gotta see it from different angles because it looks different from different angles. So. All right, so we got here. That's my balance. Here. Mm-hmm. And then here, from here. Just this hand, because this hand is easy. Right, you already know that move. Right, you do it here, you do it everywhere. It's your protection hand, your auxiliary hand. It goes with this. It goes with all the moves, right? Here, here, whatever. So you know this one. This hand is different here, so it's going. And the energy's down, but it goes boom, boom, kind of 45 degrees as opposed to straight down. Not worry too much about that. I've actually, yeah, I think in the beginning, actually, no, actually, let me take that back. I think in the beginning, it's better just to go down more or less straight. You can come out a little bit, but it doesn't have to be 45 degrees. Because of the idea, it's kind of like this move. You know, you go. Because of the next move, it's going to make more sense to just go more or less straight down. So the idea is this. So it goes, okay. And as I didn't come back this way, I twisted and went through, right?
Yeah.
Went to the center more or less. So I forget how they said it. It was something like, yeah, drive into the hole, and then pick up the like if you're picking up a pail of water, right? But you have the thing here and the bucket's down here, right? You have the hand. So you're going, and it's kind of wound up when you did this. It kind of wound up. So you unwind and start to pull the bucket of water out. But then the energy changes and you just come out this way. Like if someone's holding your elbow, like here, it's like someone's holding your elbow suddenly, and the energy comes out this way. We haven't really done those yet. Yeah, pretty soon we'll be there though with the elbow energy and stuff. We're doing the elbows, but it's like a fold thing. But I mean, you're doing some of it, like it's all in there mixed in. So like whenever you do these, you're kind of doing that, even though you're not actually doing the elbow part. It's kind of the same energy. It's like a fold. Anyways, the same energy is also this. Just like you would go here, someone grab your wrist here, come over the elbow, right? Same idea, the cheater bar. Someone's holding you real hard here and you can't get out. You're super strong, right? They got here, you can't break out here, right? So you just give up that and just use a cheater bar. Anyways, the same energy as that. We'll go over that too, but same energy as this, which we already have, is this. Now you're here and they grab your elbow and you can't move your elbow. What do? This way. Same idea. You know what I mean? You put your leverage here and just. Right. Anyway, so that's what this is. Here, it's almost like you went here and you ran into something. They grabbed you, so you just use that against them. All right, which move we're at? Oh, so here, that's what you're using here. There, and then you do this. Not that way, but But it doesn't look like that though. Just that's the end. You go here, here. So this hand's pretty much here the whole time. Once you've done this more, I think. Yeah. Until here. So anyways, let me just see this part. And then I think we'll try to get to the punch. Hold on. I think we have plenty of time to get past the punch. Yeah. We'll see if we can't get to the third King Kong because you're almost there. It's the move after the punch.
Okay, so from...
And the moves get really fun after that, trust me. Really different. Very
fun or hard?
Very different from Yang style. Not fun though.
Okay. So from here, this comes in here.
That looks totally different. That's good. That's it.
There, and then up here.
Yeah. Not exactly, but that's way better.
And then something here.
No, not exactly. That's way better though.
Okay.
Actually, that's actually fine for now, and then we'll little by little. I'll see something. I don't want to try to overcorrect it because it already looks pretty good. When I see something that I think will make sense, to help it fix it a little bit more. But yeah, it's. Now this is where the back foot sets down here. It's up like that. That foot is up like here. Kind of weird because the foot's still like this. But you go here, and then now it sets down, and you do this. Now you go. Best way to describe this would be to see it from above. Actually, let me see. What did I describe it? Well, yeah. So if you're looking down at the move, like, see that? Or I'll just do it and so you can see it. So you go here, now both feet are down. Oh, you know what? Let me just do one hand at a time, I guess. So this is not an easy part. Okay, yeah, I got it. So this hand does this. Let's just do this hand because that's really what's doing all the work so far, right? Now, your weight's more or less here. Now you shift, you do a big circle, just like this, right? So you go here, and this hand's gonna go like, the same hand, it's gonna go like this. So it goes boom, boom. Big circle, turns into, you let the fist go here. So circle continues, and you go here. All right, so once again, let me do it from another angle. Just this hand, of course, right? Turn this hand, this regular palm here. And then the other side is going to be, once you get past this, the rest is really easy to the rest of it. So this hand is obviously just doing this, right? It's kind of here. Now it goes here, here, here. Still haven't done nothing with it. Now, as this goes here, this one's going to go. And then it does this, which is kind of weird. That's kind of, yeah. So it looks like, foot's down now. Now this one's gonna go here. Shit, it's hard to, okay. It's gonna go like this. Then it's gonna do this. So it makes more sense when seeing it with the other hand. This is not an easy one to do hand by hand, but it's just, if you see both, it's easier to put together. So, pull the bucket, pail out of the water. They'll say pail or something. Dump the pail, or they say present the hand, either one. Now you go. Turn your body, turn your body. And as this comes back, this This one does this. So it's this kind of thing. Yeah, so now they both come up. Now this is why it makes more sense with both of them. It goes like this. I hope that makes more sense. Let me do that a couple times. So let me just do it a couple times for a couple different angles, and then we'll try to do this. Like I said, it's just this part. This open up. This is kind of like when you do these. You open up. From here, wrap this way. Now, from here, this is where all you're gonna do is, like if you're a batter, you're gonna wind up the waist like you're winding up for a baseball, swing a baseball bat. So you're going, where over here, wind up, and then as the hands come together, you make a fist, and right as they pass each other, you spin the waist and turn the waist, and pull this hand back, which causes this. So it's not like karate where you go same time. It's more of a, you wind up, and it's more like you're doing this. Pull, or like you're gonna elbow somebody in back of you. Bam. So your energy goes just like if you're doing this. Do they hit it exactly the same time or almost the same time? If you just go loose. Oh, if they just go loose. One is a little sooner, naturally. This one, the negative one, is a little sooner than the positive one. Same thing here. You pull, think of it like you get someone's hand and you're pulling their arm here. So you're pulling their arm into a lock, and then you're punching across here. So it's as much of an arm break as it is a punch. It could be either one. So you're here. Just go slow for now, though. So here, wind up the hip. You get this side out of the way before you punch. And that pulls the punch out by its naturally, just like in boxing. That's the way I train boxing. It's kind of Tai Chi style. I don't say just punch here, right? I was focused on this side. I'm like, get out your way. Your hand's still here. Get out your way. Then you let it come out at the last second. But loose, just like that. So you're not going here. You're going just grabbing. It's your twist that makes it look like you're doing this, but you're not really. You're just going. It's all happening here. So anyways, you go here. And you just kind of grab that way. We'll just go with the rest of it first though. Sorry, getting carried away, but that's, might as well show you to the end of the move. Because from there, it's really easy. You're just gonna go a real basic move, which is this. And you repeat it twice. And that's a real basic move to Tai Chi, so you'll be almost there. It's here. Well, let's do it from here. So you go here, here. Wind up. Wind up. Oh, I think I messed up with this. This way. It's like wind up. And then, I'm sorry, I did it wrong again. I'm thinking too hard. It's here, elbows. And then the same move again. Palms instead. Back here. You're gonna love that move, being a jiu-jitsu person from later on when you see what that's for. And then see, the next moves are real interesting. I'm jumping a little ahead, I know, but are interesting. See this part, you start learning to do all this stuff. These are some of my favorite moves. You learn how to do as far as all the martial stuff. It looks funny learning them, especially after I did Yang style all my life and stuff, because these moves are very different. But anyways, it's like you start doing this thing, like reverse circles.
Okay.
This kind of thing. There's an exercise that's just these moves without the rest of the set. They call it pulling toffee. It's actually, you kind of work a little harder than in most of the set than these. Here, and then you do like these type of moves. That type of stuff. There. And then it goes back to the regular way you're doing the set, like these other moves. But then the kicks aren't too far past there too, which are kind of fun to me. This type of stuff. Yeah, this same move, you do a lot of these over and over. And you have that move. These type of moves, so gets to be a lot more fun, yeah. But anyways, let's get back to here. So you those are the same moves, all right? Just a little different twist to it, yeah. So anyway, so if we're let me see you go from second King Kong.
Right here to here. I always get lost here.
Oh, it's just like when you this one that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That's there too. You know what I mean? Because you've done. So you were here, go here, back, here, and then this one you go this way. Here. And then this is the same as that other move. So you go here, and then the foot comes out right when you do this, and you go into this. Oh, then second time. Well, I'll stop there, and then until you feel comfortable with this part, then we'll add the other parts, which are pretty easy, but I just don't want to do too many moves. I always hate when someone's teaching me, and then they show me a move, and I'm like, I'm gonna get it, and then they show me one more, two, or too many more.
And then another one.
I mean, I don't mind if they do it, but as long as they let me practice those moves over and over. Make sure I have each one. Otherwise, if I don't get this one, then I'm trying to practice them all. I can't get to these because I forgot the moves to get to them. Yeah, I always drove me crazy.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Shoulder, white crane, cools his wings. Russian knee twist step. There's all Russian twist step.
Here.
It turns into
here to here. And then the first one of these, which way do we start waving hands?
Oh, yeah. Towards the back. No shit. I'm sorry.
The back.
I'm sorry. Towards the front. Then
Towards
the
the front.
back.
Okay. And then the back.
The front, and you twist.
And then the front again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this time you're not doing this, and you're not bringing the feet with you. The first time it's just this regular thing. All right, you just go.
Okay. Here, this way, this way.
I'm sorry, I messed up a little. It's here, here, and when you turn, this one comes down a little bit, and up. And then you already had it. Don't worry about that. You already had it. Too many details. It's an unnecessary detail. You already kind of have that. Yeah.
Here, this
The
way.
detail we'll go over later. Yeah.
This way, this way.
Yeah, yeah.
So here.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind that's just subtle. You know, it doesn't. The elbow doesn't come out at all.
Uh-huh.
The elbow's real heavy and the shoulder's loose. It's just the wrist, but don't come out. The power don't come out the elbow. It comes out the wrist. A little more subtle.
Okay.
But you feel in this. You'll feel in the forearm. During Tai Chi, especially the first 6 months, your forearm should always be hurting and sore. When you relax your shoulders and drop the elbows, it all goes somewhere. It goes to the wrist, where the energy kind of comes out the bottom of the hand. And you went even on a punch. But anyways, yeah, go ahead, keep going. Sorry. I mean, it's important because you do it the whole.
Here.
Brush knee to a step. Yeah.
Here.
Nice. Draw in, out. Yeah, that's it. More. Yeah.
Here. And then it's here
Same
again.
thing, but you're gonna wrap and bring the foot with you.
Okay. So here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So yeah, the moves, right? It's just this. When you go to the front, the hand goes, well, as you go to the front, you let your foot, you're on your heel with this foot, so you let this foot do this. Your foot comes with you, drop. Your foot comes with you, drop, they flip. This drops, and this will flip over. Right, see that? Okay. So like a Wing Chun thing, they do that stuff with the Wing Chun. So it's similar to that. The same moves, but turn this foot. Yeah. Just remember there. Just remember this. That, I know it's a lot for one lesson, but still you did it pretty good once I showed you at different angles. Here, it goes over. I'm not saying not to raise your elbow, but it's not really this way, but it's a little different because you're going through this way. It's part of that reverse circle that you're going to do with all these moves. There's a little reverse in there. It has a different kind of look when you do it. But anyways, so you're going
here.
And then you pull it out the same. So he drops in a hole, but you pull the pail out the same way.
Same hole. Okay.
Here that present. And then here you're doing this. Even though you have your fist at first, it's just you're doing that. But only once, and you have your hands like different, but it's the same idea. So you go. Okay, both feet down now. Shift to the front and going with this hip, right? And this follows. Now is this one. I'm sorry, I was kind of late here. The coordination is actually. Wrist come up this way. Over the top and set. Right. Center line. Draw the bow. Wind up your legs, draw the bow. Oh, actually, that's what it was. It's like you have a bow here and you pull this hand, right? Draw the bow. And then hands come together. As soon as the fists like pass each other, twist your waist, get this side of your body out the way. But just for now, do it lighter though.
Okay. To here, to here, and then drop the foot out.
No, that was, those are the right moves, but you do those two at the same time. So you do, it goes, this circle goes, if you're looking down from the top, this circle does this. Wait, how does that work? It's like this, like, that makes a spiral, so it goes here. Or from here, it looks like here it'd be like, see that? Let me make sure that's right time here. Oh, 2 minutes. Go. Okay, we will just go. Maybe just to the punch. We'll see.
So it's
almost there though. There's only a couple moves.
Here, here, drop back out to here.
To the corner. Yeah.
To the corner. Oh,
yeah.
So when
no, you were. I'm sorry, you were right. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, you were right.
Okay.
That is the corner.
And then shift into this. Shift here. Come back.
Yes.
To here.
Yeah. That's it.
Here. And then draw the bow.
This goes to the not to the hip, but below the solar plexus.
Okay. Cool.
And then here, just make sure you just don't worry about this side. You pass, and then just get this side out your way. And grab it this side. That'll pull this side out. It's like boxing, you get the energy kind of in your back a little bit. Yeah. And it goes here, but the elbow doesn't necessarily come up. It's kind of, I guess I would just say, just think of this. The same thing we've been doing, and grab.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Cool.
So
Well, that's a lot. And then just the only part that's left, I'll just oh shit, they're probably gonna cut. It's probably gonna cut off. So I'll catch you next week. But,
yeah, thank you.
Oh, no problem. And yeah, just try to practice that a little bit and just try to burn it to the memory banks. And then the other part's gonna be real